Okay, here we are. I have Fabrice Canel from Microsoft here. Uh, Fabrice, it's so great to have you here and to talk to you about Bing and the latest news about Bing and chat. And yeah, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Christian. Welcome, everybody.
So, just to begin, is it wrong to call you a veteran of Microsoft? You have worked for the company for more than 26 years, and currently you are a principal product manager and care for the freshness of the Bing index.
Yeah, absolutely. I am at Microsoft for all these years and been involved in search engine really for a very, very long time since the beginning of MSN search and live search and Bing. And some before was involved on search engine. I was the lead PM for search across Microsoft.com. Microsoft.com was the fifth top website on the internet in the early days of the internet. So this was, a very long experience.
Okay, so you're very close connected to Microsoft, and yeah, this is great nowadays where people change their employer very often. So you are the contrary, and yeah, you like working there, of course.
Yeah, I love it here. I love this company. Fundamentally, this is via search. This is all about helping people to find, and I think it's a truly interesting way of life of really helping people to find and doing better job every day. And because when you find, you somehow become more intelligent, you are smarter, you are helping the whole internet to easily find information, which is, I think, a very interesting task to have.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about the Bing evolution. And yeah, Bing has become very popular lately, especially due to the integration of ChatGPT. And almost every week there are new features and updates for the AI chat within search, and the quality of the results is improving constantly. If you compare the new Bing as it is now with the Bing we have seen a year ago, where can we see most progress?
So everywhere type of thing, because this is not only chat, this is also the technology behind the scene. Mean we continue to evolve it as we go, learning from customer, learning from your feedback. When you're using the engine, you provide useful feedback for the search engine to learn what works and what do not work. We are testing a lot of things every day. And so no matter what we do at the end is all our graph, all our metrics year over year are moving up. And clearly, new tech, especially this new artificial intelligence tech, help us to do far better, faster at understanding customer needs and satisfying customer intent queries to satisfy them. It's not only chat, it's also backend things where this new layer of tech help us to select the best content on the internet, to discover it, to rank it. This is everywhere. And it's just an evolution. It was not, hey, before it was bad, no, it's better. No, this is continuous evolution of a search engine.
Okay, yeah, it improves incrementally. That's right. Okay, um, uh, what are the most important new features we can expect in the next months? What would you say?
This I don't cannot tell you too much, but I will zoom in into specific area. So first, we keep iterating and testing. What's really new with this experience is something that is really kind of revolutionary. This is customer never experienced this kind of chat at large scale before. Yes, geeks, as you, me, and others, were using, let's say, ChatGPT and other chat technology to do really to interact with an engine in a chat mode. Most customers on the internet never did that really. They were interacting chat with their friends. They were not chatting really with a search engine. So clearly this is a new, this is something that people are learning. And as they are learning, we are optimizing to maximize on satisfaction and to satisfy them, to satisfy their need of searching on the internet. And so we keep iterating there, keep iterating, introducing new information within the chat experience, such as travel, wherever, all kind of answers that are helping the customer to decide what to do. And This is when this is integrating in Skype, in mobile, in Windows, everywhere. And we keep iterating to, again, learn and satisfy at the end the customer.
Okay, yeah, the latest news has been that I think Bing has been integrated into the Windows Copilot. I think this is news from yesterday, and
Yes, this
many
is,
other products. Yeah,
yeah, so
that's great.
Skype, Bing, Windows, Office, everywhere. This is everywhere. Why everywhere? Because we clearly perceived that it's very good for the user. Mean that often people want to go beyond this traditional links interface or menu button option. Now they have to ask question. And before this was, let's say, a little bit lame, the answer that were provided. And now this is clearly better. It can also, for the webmasters, be someday shipped, mean that this is all about interacting really with the system to understand the data, to understand what's happening on the site, to understand and to provide a valuable solution to people. Hopefully, it's the best solution. It sometimes cannot be fully trusted, like a search engine. You click on a link, you need to at the end make your own decision. But obviously, as the technology is improving, this will be becoming smarter and better as we go. It's already great. It will be even better tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, great. Can you explain how you apply AI to the Bing core search ranking engine in order to improve the relevance of the results?
Yeah, very good question, and that can go into a little bit of detail because we are a little bit really transparent on this technology and disclose a lot on the web via blog posts and things like this. So let me back up and explain a little bit. So first, this technology, as I said, apply everywhere within the stack. Mean it's just an evolution, new technology, good. People are, the engineers, myself, are willing to test it to see, can we benefit from this technology? Can it help us again to satisfy the user across the board? And so we apply this technology in the discovery space where we discover content on the internet. We apply in crawling to fetch the content, to download the content, because it helps us to select what is better to download, what is the best to download. On selection, to select the best content. In processing, to understand pages. You may understand that this technology help, let's say, to summarize the document. If you summarize the document, then you can get some sense of what this document is all about. And again, it helps us to really understand deeply the document. So it's kind of example where this is in double quote the backend, where we are processing, downloading the internet and processing it and understanding it. And you see that this is behind the scene is already helping us. But when there is this kind of new chat, new experience at Bing, and really how this is working is that the technology is all about new language model that are really understanding the text better than what was done so far. And what we do is really we look at the search results. It's not just a ChatGPT thing that will integrate with a repository. Here, we benefit from the search result itself. This means that when the query is about YouTube, you will the result is about the YouTube home page, the YouTube information, the YouTube kind of top level links on youtube.com. And so we look at these results and really understand them deeply, better via something that is an orchestration between the two systems that is called Prometheus. This is a model that we have created to really understand the search results with this language model and be able to return the best content in the chat experience. And it's not only one query, it's multiple queries that are done in the search engine and understanding deeply this kind of content to really retrieve what will be kind of the ultimate experience. Maybe this is about querying. You see when you use chat, there's kind of keywords that are added and multiple queries that are done. We surface only some of them, more are done, but it's really to suffix and to look at what are the future intent for this type of queries to be able to explore different ideas, different intent, and retrieve the best content.
Okay. Maybe another question which goes into a similar direction is about using plugins for chat. This is also news that came up lately, the support of different plugins for chat. And the question is, what are these plugins used for while there is already so much information available in the index of Bing? Does Bing need additional sources beside the index?
So I cannot reply in detail for the plugins because I'm not totally on the top of this recent announcement. This is more, but it's not really specific to Bing.com in terms of indexing pipeline. We use your own technology to the indexing pipeline, so it's absolutely not involved in this pipeline. It's involved in your own data, where you want to maybe reprocess the data, get some extension, get some more additional data to extract and process the data, or you want to do specific processing on the top of the chat experience. Yes, this is kind of the end experience, or bring your own data. It's not about within the pipeline.
Okay, so it's kind of used to get some individual results more or less, and it's used on the client side and not on the backend side, right?
Yeah, this is for the Bing pipeline. Again, I've got very little visibility because I'm so busy that I don't
Okay.
have visibility to understand what Office and Windows are doing in detail. But from the Bing side, definitively it won't be interacting with my specific pipeline, at least short term. We don't plan looking at that. We are too busy on doing other things.
Okay, good. Now let's have a look at the search engine market, which is also an interesting topic. For me as an SEO, it's great nowadays that not everything is about Google. Bing has released some impressive new features recently with more than 100 million daily active users. Bing has become much more popular. Nevertheless, Google is still number one by far. The latest news about Niva shutting down shows that it's hard for competitors to persist on the search engine market. Is there any chance that the Bing chat will replace Google as a standard search engine, maybe on Firefox and iOS, because there are some decisions to be made this year? I know this is difficult to say, but I just wanted to ask what's your opinion about it.
Yeah, so very good question. Obviously, as I am managing crawling for Bing.com, many people ask me this question because at the end, this is all about the crawl boundary, for how many crawl quota they can allocate to Bing. So the first thing I communicate for years, not specific to Bing Chat, is first Bing is bigger than you think. It's not Bing.com. It's multiple search engines that are leveraging Bing on the backend. Ecosia, DuckDuckGo, Yahoo, Verizon, and I can go. A lot of search engines are using Bing to power their links, especially the blue links, and most of the time also the image and video search. So we are bigger than you think. So when you look at the logs, don't look at Bing.com. Look at everybody. That is kind of not Google. Recently in China, I think the press was announcing yesterday or the day before that Bing became the top search engine in China. This is obviously the largest human number of users that are using search engine in the world in a country. I mean, this is way bigger than United States and other countries and Europe. And so this is a lot of users here that are using Bing and as primary search engine. The second thing that I want to surface is that often the number of clicks may not matter too much. This is what you really have to look from the SEO angle. This is the end action. This is the funnel. This is, does this click translate really to some meaningful results for your business? It can be somebody that is buying something, somebody that is again transforming, registering to an event, and so on. So this is clicks for me. This is I'm not interested too much at clicks. This is a good something to look at. I don't say we should discard clicks, but clearly an SEO should look at all the funnel, because we see that some search engines are transforming far less than other search engines. And Bing is doing very well in general in terms of transformation, in terms of results. So maybe a click from Bing costs results in 3 times more than another click. It depends on the website. The feedback that I've got average is people are very happy about the clicks coming from Bing. That translates to more than other search engine. Next is related to clicks and satisfaction. Often, not all clicks are valuable. People are clicking and click back quickly. So this is again encouraging you to look at maybe time spent on the first click, because if the results are pretty bad, then the people will click and click and click and click again until they can find the results they care. So again, when we improve the technology, somehow the results are better. And so then translate in less click. This is an interesting angle, but again, this is influencing the number of clicks overall of Bing on the whole industry. So at the end is what we care is really improving the quality of results, satisfying the customer. I work for all these days, working a lot, going early to really satisfy the user. So that's all I care, and my goal is competitors and Google and others. We are clearly challenging them with this new tech or even before, and at the end, this is good for the user. Yes, many companies are investing on search engine, and search engine quality is improving year over year. So I think I see that as a positive for the user, and this is all I care.
Great. There are some interesting things you said. First of all, yeah, I think it would be interesting to see how many clicks of different search engines convert into some valuable actions for the users. I think this is something that is worth having a closer look at. And another thing you said is, this clicking a result and clicking back and so on. So this bouncing and pogo sticking. This brings me to a question. Maybe you can answer it. Is the bounce rate or the dwell time on a website after clicking on a result, is this taken into account by Bing for future rankings?
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
No, this is at the end we expose search guidelines. I mean, it's all about at the end satisfying the user clicking the link. Is it matching the intent of a user? So again, clearly, if per guidelines, Google has nearly the same guidelines. It's all about, okay, does it match? Does it add value? And so on. If there is no value, if this is you query for banana and the page is about Apple, okay, you click back. Maybe some people will be still interested by Apple and look at Apple things, but the query was about banana, so most people will not spend their time on the Apple page. If the page is about banana, yeah, maybe they will spend a little bit more. Excuse me, a little bit more time. So this is all about at the end is all about at the end satisfying the user, and the user satisfied will spend in general more time in the destination page.
Okay, so thanks for that. Maybe another question regarding the search engine market. What do you think? Will there still be search engines as we know them today in about 2 or 3 years? Or would you expect AI to penetrate everything like tools, apps, devices, so that search is an implicit part of everything?
And this is, I think it's coming already. I mean, this is, you see that where, let's say in Windows, this is integrating to really provide the best content, that this is an answer that is within a computer or an internet answer that will be search engine will continue obviously to be there. But yeah, but I think this will be more integrated. Example, we are integrating Bing technology within within keyboard, within the mobile keyboard, the shift key, the ability to you type and you may see the links as you type that are the search result links. So directly as you type, directly in the keyboard, mobile keyboard, you can see this integration. In Skype, you type and we may have complementary answers. In the browser, you read an article and there is kind of a summarization and other links that are surfacing as you go, as you read the article. So yes, this is kind of search everywhere. Still a destination because sometimes your intent is really to search, but sometimes it's we call that the copilot ID. This is we have a copilot that is helping you in your task. But this is in Office, in Windows, everywhere, in Edge, obviously. And yeah, so to answer your question is still we will be a destination, but still this will be integrated in many places. And come the interesting question for SEO is, yeah, then search engine logs may not be the best place to understand what's happening because there is so many places, so many interaction. This is where we will, and we are scaling up Big Webmaster Tool and other tool to really report back to the user exactly what is happening where.
Okay, so yeah, let's have a look a little bit more on the SEOs side of things. We already have talked a little bit about it, and yeah, many website owners fear that their search traffic could diminish when all answers are given in a chat with no need to click through to the websites, and Bing currently seems to give links and citations in chat much weight, though, and yeah. What do you think? Are the fears of many website owners justified, or will they still get traffic in the future?
Yeah, we are clearly committing at the highest level of Microsoft. It's me disclosing that, but this is really up to the CEO disclosing that, yes, we will continue to provide click traffic. We will, this is our interest, mutual interest, to be, to enable publisher to live. Mean that our goal is that the overall number of clicks provided by Bing increase to publisher. This is where in the chat experience we are really highlighting the answer to provide even more click traffic. Again, in the following days, I will start to release in Bing Webmaster Tool number on clicks and impression in chat. So we are almost ready and we are verifying few things and then we will announce this in the following days. Again, this is still early. People are discovering using this. Yes, we are clicking links and we are tuning to continue to improve the number of click rate and the ability to refer website through the chat experience.
Okay. Yeah, one question that was sent me to ask you was, do you have figures how the click rate on the links and ads in the Bing chat are, how they differ in relation to the classic search, and what impact the integration from the chat has on the click rate of the classic results?
So again, we will enable this in the following days, starting to surface this information. So I encourage each webmaster to access Bing Webmaster Tool to review their website. To answer your question is, we need to think really from the SEO angle that this technology is really new for a lot of users. We are geeks, we are experts, we know everything. The user, really, we are sending them to a chat experience that is something completely new. And here we see amazing story and amazing experience, where my family, most of them are really not technical. And I spend, this is maybe because I'm telling them to use Bing and to test and provide feedback, but really I see them using all the chat a lot. I mean, they were, this is about, oh, I've got 2 vegetables in the fridge. of free vegetable, what kind of recipe can I do with this? And this is questions that you will never ask a search engine. This is a really long question. And in chat, yes, you can interact and see, hey, I've got cream, and what about if I do with cream, or and so on and so on. So we see very, very long stream of questions, and people are asking a lot of questions. And at the end, the people click a link clearly because they want the full recipe. This is not the summary that we expose. This is, oh, okay, this is the full recipe. This means that depending on the question and depending on the intent, you will see different click rate. And so, again, we will expose the data, provide feedback, let's see what we are, and we will iterate from that.
Okay, yeah, we are looking forward to that. I think this is yeah, an interesting yeah, new thing to explore, and yeah, I think your example with the recipe is a very good one because yeah, to see maybe the full list of ingredients and the full recipe, you will have to click on the link to see it on the referring website or on the website where it's from. Yeah, with regards to SEO as a profession, um, do you expect that SEOs will still have a job when AI will answer all of the users' questions? This is
Um,
something that, yeah, the question many SEOs have nowadays.
So first is think about it. Think about what I said. This is SEO was kind of limited to the search engine. This was the 10 blue links. Okay, now I'm telling, hey, there is SEO kind of integrating in Windows, in Skype, in everywhere, in maybe my fridge tomorrow. Okay, at the end is this is the landscape is increasing. There is far more that you can do because chat is SEO. This is yeah, there is a part that will be advertising and that is advertising, but really to surface in chat related to a search engine, that this is today or tomorrow over search engine, you have to do great. You have to be in the top position for this query. So this is at the end is clearly everywhere. Uh, the view is that this is increasing your landscape. Again, this is more than so far the 10 blue links. Uh, so I do believe that this will become even more interesting than these days. Uh, second is that the technical part of SEO is there, mean that you need to have your content index. And here we suggest solution as IndexNow, sitemap to really push the content and reflect quickly the content change in the engine. Then obviously you need to have a good schema to your pages, good content. This need to be rendered properly. This is the search engine you need to help the search engine to do a great job at processing the content. And all then this is all about the content itself, a content that satisfies the user, not the search engine. Who care about satisfying Google? I don't care. I care about satisfying Google user, Bing user, over user using search engine. And so uh, yeah, I don't think it will be changing. What will change is maybe the pace. I mean, all this technology help people to to detect issues, to fix issues. So expect your double quote competitors to iterate fast. Again, via IndexNow, this ability to notify quickly an engine about what changed, it's enabling you to do better at A/B testing because you can quickly change, having this content reflected in search engine. And we start to see people really doing this. And then this is becoming that, yeah, at the end is new opportunity. Um, this is new. Let's explore. We will provide data. And I think it will be very interesting. You will still have a job.
Okay, that sounds very good. Thank you for that. Speaking of IndexNow, does using IndexNow play a role for the chances of a website to appear in Bing
Yes,
search or in Bing chat answers?
yes, big time, yes. So what's the next move is to repeat is this extension of search engine where we expose an API, very easy to use API that people can call to notify search engine about the latest content change on the site. Added URL, updated URL, deleted URL. We will announce over the following weeks that more search engines are coming supporting IndexNow. So, very good thing. More content management systems are working to support IndexNow. Wix announced that they will be supporting IndexNow over the following month. Great. We are working with other content management systems to have them supporting IndexNow. More than 25 to 30 million websites have adopted IndexNow. Please adopt IndexNow. This is clearly helping you to help your site be visible in Bing, in other search engine. So clearly do that. Why then a chat? Freshness matter a lot at Bing these days. We do believe that there is an angle where the new generation, teenagers, care a lot about freshness. I am a dinosaur. They are really caring about the latest, brightest content on the internet. If you tell them, hey, this is yesterday news about their celebrity, they don't care about that. They care about today's news. They care about what's happening in the celebrity and so on and the events today. And so the latest content is very important for Bing and for this experience.
Okay, so good to know. And there are already easy solutions for many websites to integrate or implement IndexNow, like WordPress. There's a range of plugins. Even for Joomla, there's plugins available. And hopefully more solutions for other content management systems and platforms are coming as well. But besides of IndexNow or in addition to it, what else would you recommend for website owners in order to be present in the new Bing chat or in the new chat answers?
Yeah. So again, let's step out and look at what is a search engine. A search engine is really four parts. This is the part where search engine have to discover the internet content. Where are the link? Because if we don't know the link, if we cannot find the link, you cannot be there. You cannot be in the results. So step number one is help us to discover the links. So what you should already do is two things. Obviously have links, because if customer cannot find also these pages, they have trouble. But really for search engine, this is one, enable IndexNow, that is enable this real-time notification of what changed on your site, added, updated, deleted content, done deal. Second is having sitemap with last modified date. Sitemaps, you need to refresh them, let's say at least once a day, if possible, that are listing all relevant URL on the site. When IndexNow help us to real-time discover content, this kind of sitemap is the catch-up. It's maybe we miss a ping, you miss a ping, and at the end, every day we discover the full view of all URLs on the site. So clearly, if you do these two things, problem solved. Mean that discover, we know about all URL real time, and we have, same if we have a hiccup, something happened, technology is not always at 100%, okay, we can catch up at one day. Then this is about selection. What are these links? If you have a website with billions of links, really, why do you have a website with billions of links? Maybe this is about limiting the number of links you would put to only truly valuable content. Because if you have a 1 billion sites, 1 billion URL, it's a lot of content out there, and this will cost you so much for search engine to crawl it, to have very little, no visit from user. So don't do this. Focus on your content. Less is more from SEO, because it helps you to get more links, information coming to your site. So clicks, impression, everything count. So less is more. Focus on dedupe the content, having only one version of the content. So this is about selection. And next is about the crawling. Again, if you do IndexNow, then you are guiding us to what to fetch. So there is no such things of crawl quota things and blah, blah, blah. No, you tell us what to fetch and we go to fetch it. Problem solved. So again, this is the other value proposition of IndexNow. This is, you tell us what to fetch. Thank you. Problem solved. I don't have to care about machine learning because I am not in your head. I don't know when things are changing. So already you have solved a lot of problem by telling us, limiting the focus area, and then again telling me what to fetch. Next is page processing, and this is where, yes, you need to have pages readable for your user, but also for the engine. I mean, think this day, this is all about machine learning. This is all about AI thing. So if you somehow don't do, if you do crazy things, let's say, if you do very complex HTML things, yeah, you are not part of this training data of a machine learning. So it's better to do often basic things that work, that innovate in the experience where user will have to drag drop things and do menu, and yeah, making things harder for search engine to understand your pages. So basic templates works, and obviously great metadata and great content. And then you kind of check the four boxes. You are discoverable, you are selectable, you are crawlable, and we are able to process your pages. All good. And after, this is really about satisfying your user. I mean, if you write content about things that nobody care, yeah, this can be interesting for you and your friends and your family, but the audience will be very extremely limited. So it's all about finding the niche. Don't compete with YouTube homepage. Yeah, you cannot be top position for YouTube, really focusing on uh, content that where you may have an audience.
Okay. One question. You said metadata would help. So, would you recommend to use kind of structured data on the web pages?
Yeah, no meta keyword, obviously, but yeah, metadata help the engine to understand your pages. So obviously, schema.org, JSON-LD, all these things are really helping search engine to understand your content. Think that it's really not this day about basic heuristic thing. It's not really about code. This is really about, we throw everything we can find HTML and schema to a solution, and the solution will figure it out based on their guidelines. It's not a box that will do and we do not understand what's happening in the box. No, we are fully in control of what's happening, but this is clearly we can provide. You can help us to provide more metadata to the content. Uh, Something that is listed in Big Webmaster Tool guidelines that is also a good recommendation. This is to use some of the HTML5 tags to define the footer, the navigation, the primary content. So in a page, you have what we define as the primary content. This is really the main body, the primary intent of your page. And then you have this advertising, related links, things. No, this is if you can help us, again, you're helping the machine to understand. That's my primary content. This is my heading. This is my tables. Clearly, this is then we are able to understand this content. We can have some rich caption that may display the top bullet list. If you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, we can display 1, 2, 3, and people can click to understand what is more than up to 10. So that's a good way also to display more information in the search pages, more interesting information than a basic snippet description of the link that may be not attracting the clicks.
Okay, yeah, that's good advice and good to know. So, finally, I have a special question regarding the Bing site scan report. Can you say, are there any new features planned or are there any recent enhancements for this tool?
Yeah, so Bing Webmaster Tool is, I think, free. So encouraging first everybody to use it, to access it, and to use it. Within Big Webmaster Tool, there is some um, common things as as clicks and impression performance. We have URL inspection. We have some unique things as Site Explorer that is really unique. That is kind of this view of a site, and very size scan. So scan intent is to scan a site in a one way to really understand it and process it to extract information like the SEO issues on the site that we may perceive on the site. This is because we do also that as part of the main crawling. So as part of the main crawling, we detect dead links, we report on dead links, we detect on SEO issues, but then you can do kind of a one-off thing where you are crawling and interacting with a system, with a website as today to focus the crawling, to focus uh, the processing on specific URL. Um, this technology is a one-off technology. It's not part of the main system. I want somehow to integrate the system, this technology within the VM system, enabling you sometime to do, let's say, site move or things like this, where you can trigger a crawl or an analysis on what you just release. So to influence production system to really reprocess the system. So we plan at some point to um, to update it, to improve it. I do not commit that we will do this in the next 6 months. We have a lot of things to do.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's quite amazing to see what new features and updates we can see all around Bing and AI and all the products related to it. And yeah, that's all of the questions I wanted to ask you. So first of all, let me say thank you again for having this talk, and I think there is very much information involved in this talk today, which helps webmasters and SEOs in order to improve their websites for to better show up in Bing and in the chat. And I'm looking forward to Bing playing a much more prominent role on the search engine market, because it's great to have different different views and different products to report about, and it's also a good way to have additional traffic. So yeah, very good, and thanks again, Fabrice, for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Christian. It was a good talk. Hope this is helping your customer to find solution. And whatever I say at the end benefit not only Bing but also all search engine. So this is kind of common guidelines that will benefit in all search engines. So encouraging you to look at this, and please play with the rules.
Okay, thanks a lot, Fabrice.
Yeah, you're welcome.